I'm going through my my work. I don't know what you bitches know about me or what, but I am not just a YouTuber. I am also... Oh my god, I can't bring myself to say artist. I cannot do it, but unfortunately that's what's going on. But it's so funny, I'm going through all my old things. I'm scanning and I'm putting stuff on the hard drive. I had all my stuff scanned and organized by year, and then my laptop shat on me, so I don't have it anymore. Anyways, I have an external hard drive. Oh, you don't care. You don't care. What I came here to say is there's nothing better than when you're in a good mood. Not even a good mood. I'm in a fine mood. I'm fine, you know. And you look at some of the emo shit you wrote and you're like, what a drama queen. This one is like, I was gonna do a reading just to, but now that oh my god. Okay. I turned on the camera, so I may as well do it, but it just goes to show, never off yourself. Never dwell in the drama that the depression brings. I don't know about you guys, but I am like, you know, I turn on Fiona Apple and I'm like, it's never that deep. And even if it is, it'll pass, because I am reading this and it is so funny. I need more, I need more, I need far more, I want more, this isn't enough, far more, much more, I can't wait till I get more, I'm so excited, I need it so bad, I need it, licking the bottom of the bowl to get out the last bit, I can't get enough, is there more coming? Good, I need more, I can't get enough, it's already all I think about, it's actually all I think about, I can't get enough, I can't wait, I will never be happy, I will never stay happy, I may get happy, but it will leave, it will go away, and I will stay, happiness will never stay. Girl, like... I'm like going through my stuff and I was like, oh my god. It's so like, it's not even embarrassing because it's just funny. But yeah, it just goes to show that you really can't, you can't dwell on that stuff. It's not worth it. And you know what I'm gonna do with this? I'm gonna draw over it. I have another pile of things that I'm like, I'm just gonna blast over. It was written in pencil, so any amount of Sharpie can, you know. I'll probably turn on the camera in a second, but I have to go take care of something. Bye, 1 second. Gloomy Sunday. I think I'm gonna turn it off because I might get, Sunday. Well, here we are. Honestly, I had lots to say, and now I'm wondering if I should say it at all. Because can you see me? Not that it matters. That's great. That's gorgeous. Look. Not all the discourse is correct. However, there is something to be said. No, I'm not going to get into it. I was going to talk about pornography again. And Anora winning Best Picture. And the plot of The Substance. And how that relates to Anora and winning Best Picture. Look, like I said, I don't agree with all of it. Lots of people are stupid. And... all I'll say is this. No, I'm not gonna do it. Because I think I need to get my thoughts in order first. And also, like, I've got my own issues, and my own issues bleed through everything. Hear me now and remember this forever. Just because I say it doesn't mean it's right. It's just how I feel. But part of me also thinks that, you know, this one's good. The rest are shit. I'm going through my work. Ugh, I hate my life. Yeah, no, I'm not going to. I might talk a bit later, but... because you can frame something... This is... okay, fine. Oh, fine. it's this idea of glamorizing. I remember being engaged with stuff like this when Lana was, that kid's in my class. I see him all the time. He's my neighbor. I remember this discourse with Lana on Tumblr back in the day, and Skins, and Euphoria even, just to bring a nearer example. There is a thing about glamorizing, okay? But what does that even mean, right? I don't care about all that. I really don't. I'll tell you why. Because whether you're glamorizing it or not, you are still filming it. You are still filming a woman getting tied up, beaten down, broken down, chastened down, tied up, physically restricted by another man, screaming, she's in a tiny little outfit, you know, the whole thing about, like, it looks like he's fucking her, you know, that whole scene. And I get that it was meant to be funny, and part of it was funny because they shot it to be funny and they made it fun, but what do we do? This is what I'm saying. It really doesn't matter whether this movie was glamorizing a sex worker's experience or not, because it's just filming a sex worker. And it's not that you can't do that, you absolutely can, but it's just when a guy does it. That's all I care about. If it was a woman who made this movie, I'd be like, okay, well, you know, okay, kind of weird, you know, I hate the bald character that, like, got with her in the end. It's just all, this is what it is. When it comes to a gorgeous woman like Mikey Madison, any amount of sex is gonna be kind of in a male fantasy way. And this guy, I don't know anything about him. I've never met him. I haven't seen any press. I haven't watched any of his other movies, actually. I haven't even seen Florida Project. I've been meaning to. I'm not even, like, getting mad. It's just that it is impossible for a man to film a gorgeous woman and have it not come off as male fantasy. And when you present the movie as a female tragedy and male fantasy, that's just a bad look when they're together. It's not that it's glamorizing it or it's not. Even it, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's like, whatever the people are saying, I don't care about. I just know that when I'm watching it, I'm like, damn, why did he want to make this so bad? Why did he want to, you know, I like the Anora character. It was very funny when they go back into the candy store and she's with the crew and, like, now she's on their side and she's yelling at them. She just wants to be on the winning side. She just likes money. She likes hustle. I like the character. Mikey Madison's good. I don't think she was undeserving in getting an Oscar for it or anything like that. It's just funny. I think people have brain rot and a lot of people are taking spots on the hill way too high. But there's something to be said. And my nerd soup, shout out the soup. They didn't care, they didn't talk about any of that. They talked about the script and how, you know, it's that line, the you didn't rape me because you're a faggot. That's, like, the line that's been circulating. And, like, whatever, that, it's not about that. It's really not about that. And they were like, what, people can't say, you know, things no. To me, it's just the fact that anyone could clip that scene when she's getting physically restricted by the guys and make it just, they can put whatever narrative they want onto it. And I'm not saying that that was Sean Baker's original vision. Probably not. Might have been, but I can't prove that. But it's like, it kind of doesn't matter when you're like, oh, look at this, a woman beaten down. You're still beating a woman and filming her. That's all it is. Just get a bit more creative with your storytelling and it'd be different if it's a woman. Lana Del Rey, Jesus, what's wrong with you? But I'm gonna let her do it. I'm gonna let her do it because it's her story to tell. And that's what it boils down to. I don't think this is much more to tell. And look, like I said, I really don't know much. I really don't know much about this guy, you know, but it's just hard when it's just, Mikey Madison's so gorgeous. She's so, any guy watching this movie. Okay, here's a good example. This is my only counterexample. of like maybe putting myself in that shoes. And honestly, funnily enough, it kind of fits into this more. The Apprentice, the Trump movie. I am so attracted to Sebastian Stan. So watching that movie was a little hard for me because I do not like Donald Trump. I don't like him. I find him so unattractive. So having those together was kind of weird because it's like, I shouldn't be into this, but unfortunately I am. I'm sure lots of male feminists were thinking the same thing because guess what? Mikey Madison's hot. And anything that can get a reaction is going to get a reaction. That's why violence in porn is so whatever, because it's so hard to fake love. It's so hard to fake genuine passion. So they fake anger and it gets that same reaction. So it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy that porn just gets more and more, Videodrome. Porn gets more and more violent. And I'm not even, God, it's like I said, we started off this video with me saying, no, I'm not going to talk about it. This is why, is because I don't even know what my full thoughts are. I just know that, to me, it's not about glamorizing or what. It's not about, it's just like, why'd you make that movie, bro? Okay. It's alright. No, I'm not mad. I'm just curious. What was the other thing? The Apprentice. But yeah, it's like, I could imagine. If we're talking about porn, like, maybe we should just make everything, like, let's just start, I think Luca Guadagnino is good for that. And challengers. Because really, at the end of the day, it was a thirst trap about two men. Zendaya is hot, but the camera was not showing her off like it was the other guys. You know what I mean? It's like, fine, if we're gonna do this, it should be even playing ground. It's kind of the same with like female CEOs. Oh my god, I watched the Martha Stewart documentary last night. What an interesting character. She is kind of like a female Donald Trump. Isn't it funny how the name that we associate most with, she started at Martha, it's called Martha, it's on Netflix, I recommend people watch it because honestly it just adds a lot of context to stuff that I already kind of knew about, and I was raised on Martha Stewart, I'm sorry. Like, it's not even that my mom really liked her, I just kind of liked her. I never watched the show or anything, but I knew about her and I love tablescaping, and anyone who knows me knows I love flowers and entertaining and tablecloths, and she was the girl. She was the start of the DIY movement. I was a bit more lore DIY YouTube, but anyways, it's just funny how she started off as a stockbroker and then stopped and then went into what she was doing. And it's just funny how when you think about like the homemaker, the American woman, the, whatever, when really, not to get like too into her personal life, but like her home, she was not a mother. She was a mother, but she didn't like to be a mother. And it's like, it's very obvious that like, she's not a homemaker, she's a businesswoman. And it's like the funniest American icon there is because you associate it with all the things a woman, whatever. But it's like, no girl, no, she's in it for the money. And it's another funny thing too, because the documentary kind of framed her, the documentary that she produced definitely framed her as like, first of all, a gilf, which, hey, second off, like, all the bitch allegations, all the nasty to, her workers. It was addressed, but it was very much framed around the way of like, why can a man do this but a woman can't? And it's so true, but also it's just so funny because it's like, yeah, you're right, it's super unfair that she got this horrible slander, but also guys shouldn't be doing that either. Like, it's the same thing with the over-sexualization thing. I'm like, okay, fine, if seriously they won't stop sexualizing women, let's just start sexualizing men in movies. Let's open up everyone's holes completely inside out so that at least it's a bit more, it's never going to be the same because women are whatever, but like, Like we're you know, the history of us being put down is already there, and like physically we cannot defend ourselves if a man wants to open us inside out, versus if a woman tried to, the man could like literally slap her off. And I'm talking about the real world, not in film, but if we're gonna be whatever, I know it's not equal, but it's kind of as good as we got. It's like, fine, I'll do it too. Fine. You really want to do this? Fine, then bend over, you too, bitch. And it's already something I'm seeing. Like back in the day, there used to be no full frontal male nudity, and now there is a bit more. Which, word, you know, let's do it. Let's just put everyone on display. I do think that's the direction it's gonna go. But from the Martha being a bitch, being a rude business, no, fuck you, you know, Wall Street. She's Wall Street. She's a blood-sucking CEO, but she's a girl, so we love her for it. But it's like, I don't know, it's just funny. It's like, rather than saying, no one should be mean, everyone should be nice to each other, it's like, well, if they're mean, I'm gonna be mean too. And I think that's very interesting. I don't agree with it, but it's like, hey, I guess we gotta go with what we can get. Anything else? Donald Trump, Martha Stewart, Sean Baker. Yeah. Maybe I should look more into him. But frankly, I don't fucking care. He's a guy. I know what's going on. He's a guy. He's a good filmmaker. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. Honestly, it wasn't a bad movie. I don't know. It was just a few things I was like, oh my god. And I would love a rewatch, honestly, because, you know, to talk about things, you kind of want to really know what you're talking about, especially for something that's like as near and dear to me as this, which is pornography. Shout out Emma Stone. I love Emma Stone. That's it. I'm gonna, because I want to listen to my music again, so I'm gonna turn you off. Bye. Maybe I'll talk to you again soon. Do you guys think I'm pretty? I don't like to look at what I look like on video because it stresses me out, but just drop me a comment and say that I'm so pretty. Okay, thanks, bye. By the way, last time I was here, I talked about liking Adrian Brody. I just want to say, when I said that, I meant I thought he was attractive. Because I saw him in the Houdini BBC two-part, I don't even know what it was, but I saw that at like whatever age I was, and I was like, oh, I did not know him as a person. He is hilarious. He is cringe. I saw his art on Twitter after the Oscar speech controversy. Look, I don't even know if this is straight. Thank God I'm scrappy, right? Bootlicker signing off.